All right, let's start from the beginning. Sorry about that. All right, Senegal. Here is the flag to Senegal. I found a very positive news article on on Business Insider's website, and I actually really thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think a lot of you guys probably already know a little bit about it, but we will get into that here shortly. Senegal is in West Africa. Right here it is highlighted. The capital is Dakar, and here is the absolute location. Now, Senegal is home to 33.1 million people, which is so interesting to me because looking at the continent right here and to know that 33 million people live in this country, it just reminds you of how big Africa really is. And now the history of Senegal. Senegal was colonized by the French. Now the conquest to colonize Senegal began in 1659, and this was a really important territory for the French to um, colonized because of its location. If you see off to the side, to it's coastal, which is good for trade. Everything is good for trade when it comes to countries colonizing other areas, and there's reasons for it, right? So it was deemed the most important territory to the French, and what the French realized is that many other countries had many territories in Africa, and those territories spoke the native language or the language of the countries that colonized them. So French, they believed it was really important for them to push their French culture on the people of Senegal in order to have essentially kind of like a power, have control over trade and people's wealth. And the first one was language. Now they had a language policy which required a lot of people of Senegal wanted to continue with their native language, and the more you took away things from the people of Senegal, the more that they wanted it. And so the teachings they wanted books and textbooks in their native language. So part of the policy was if that's what they want, not only do you receive your textbooks and information in your native language, but also in French. And that was really important to them. Um, so with Senegal now and then is a lot of Senegal is represents the French culture, especially the language. Some positives that came out of the impact of France is that the communal culture of Senegal and actually many other countries, but mainly prior to French's colonization, Senegal was filled with clans and tribes that spoke different languages, did not interact at all necessarily. You kind of would think about like Native Americans, right? So there, you have people that traveled. Some cultures did not travel, or some tribes did not travel, and that's the same here in Senegal. And so the language is different. So this allowed the communication across the entire country, which now the entire country can continue to communicate and continue to dominate in West Africa, which they do. And they have a very positive relationship with France and a very close political relationship with France. They gained their independence in 1960. However, they still speak French. And from the time of preschool, right now, they are introduced to the language. So there's some positives that come out of all of this. The geography of Senegal, again, I spoke about it being coastal. So as you can see here, it's very flat land, not many, mountains. There's actually none. It's a perfect area for trading. It is 14 degrees north of the equator and 14 degrees west of the prime meridian. The climate is tropical, hot, humid. They have very like monsoon like weather in spring and fall, which is good for their agriculture, or I guess it helps with their agriculture when it is rainy. All right, now for my article, I on Business Insider. I don't know if a lot of people. I'm gonna skip this slide and then come back. So I don't know if a lot of people are aware, but Akon, who used to be a massive artist here in America. I sure hope we're all in the same generation. He actually used a lot of his income funds, face, name, donations to Light Up Africa. And what I mean by that is in 2014, 2015, he had partners. We have Samba Bathily and Theon Ning. They came together to create Acon Lighting Africa. And what it does is it provides in 14 countries, they have provided solar street lights and solar panels in these countries that provide for families to have electricity. I mean, many of those countries did not have, relied on daylight. And so the benefits to allowing or providing light and having it in these countries are that outdoor vendors can stay open longer. Children are able to study at night instead of having to use the the sorry, the kerosene lamps and lower crime rate because it's not like dark. And I mean, you just kind of think about anything that happens at night usually isn't really a good thing. And people try and get away with certain things and crimes, and less people are out and about. And so this provides light and safety for families. And now it has reached over 1 million households. So I think that this is really awesome. And this is old as in today's news. But with this, Akon wants to in Senegal, about I think it was, yeah, south of the capital of Dakar. He wants to create like a futuristic city. Now, what Akon has done for himself is came up with his own cryptocurrency of a coin. And what he wants to do with the city is he wants to build in this city, on his 2,000-acre land, and he wants to build a sustainable smart city. And what he wants to do with his cryptocurrency is he wants everything to be paid in cryptocurrency. So, he has the power to do this. He just needs to, hopefully continue to have the funding that he needs for this. Now, what this does is it will provide jobs. It's going to provide tourism. He's going to provide like luxury resorts, which will want people to come. I mean, why would I not want to visit a really nice futuristic city? Condos, office, a hospital, a stadium, artificial intelligence data center. So really, he could make what he wants to model is Dubai, and he's actually using uh, architect from Dubai to come help him create the city. Now he has officially signed off on this, and one thing that he likes to compare it to is if ever anybody has seen Black Panther, Wakanda in it, right? So it's a very like smart city, really. It shows like the potential of certain areas in Africa, and that's what he wants to do. And he actually, prior to that movie coming out, he has been working on this, and so he likes to explain or show the similarity of what Wakanda has shown. That's what essentially he wants to be able to do for his people, and I think that that's really awesome. I think it's extremely positive, and I think it's something that needs to be spoken about more. And here are my few references. All right, thank you.